Stadium because CAF has come down quite heavily on in Bloemfontein at the Free State Stadium. There's the lineup then, coached by Bongani of the MTN8 against Stellenbosch FC. Oswanapolis back in his squad today. So he's going to have to link up with Oswanapolis, with Sekafata Mabasa. A watch for people. Has he given that? Dion Hotto turns onto the inside. Mabasa facing the wrong way. The ball's been played in between two players, which probably didn't work out as well as it might have. Eventually the shot comes in, but it's wide of the goal of Hooney. That's Talentum Barter in your picture, former SuperSport United player. Started his career at Highlands Park in Tembisa, but yeah, look at, he's enjoying his football, isn't he?
You know, every time a player has a laugh on his face, you know that he's enjoying himself. And Orlando Pirates are going the way they used to with their strength, which is going to the left-hand side, finding Hotto, and then cut back to Mbata in the middle of the park. And we know that nicely says, like, you know what he does for himself. Freeze gets himself into a nice space.
Foul there by Tabang Klaas. In fact, it's not Klaas, it's Maso who commits the foul, Sikhle Maso.
He commits the foul because now Rila Mufokeng drops from the left.
Mbukazi back to where it started with Dion Hotto. Mufokeng. Little deflection then off Pasholi. Right-sided fullback, and danger averted so far from Loili.
Yep, Mufokeng, you find him on the right-hand side now. He started the game on the left-hand side and trying to play that ball back into the middle of the park where you've got players like
Talentum Barter looking for a little bit of space once again. Nice little dink through by Sipampur. It's a great ball, and it's an equally good save from Hooney.
He's been amazing. He's been amazing on the right back position. You know, usually now they call them the right wing backs, but look at Sipombuli being able to identify the run of Libis on the right hand side. Perfect first touch and putting it low. The goalkeeper doing excellently.
In, but with him down the left hand side, suddenly Relebohile is more in the middle of the park, and he can score with both feet. Ball bounces kindly for Pirates. And again, they can't take the opportunity. Oswanapolis misses. The fans are enjoying what they're seeing dished up by the Buccaneers, but well, that's two opportunities in 2 minutes.
The transition from Orlando Pirates, winning it in that middle of the park, two Leo players bumping into each other, but look at Relay being able to spot Apollos on that far side, and Apollos using.
Oh, lovely work of the ball here towards Dion Hotto, tries to ping it in again. Danger all over the place, and Mbule is saved by Hooney.
What a sight to see, Rocky. You know, Mbule heading a ball towards goal, but once again rotated to the left-hand side by Mufokeng, and Dion Hotto doing what we expect him to do, which is put that brilliant cross in there, and guess who gets his head onto the ball?
Where after 90 minutes there weren't any goals, and suddenly Pirates came up with 3 in extra time. So you don't score in 90 minutes, and he scored 3 in 30 minutes. Good save again by Hooney. Pirates continue to pressurize. Oswanapolis continues to supply.
Especially on that right-hand side. Once again, the ball distributed and played to that right.
He's not going to take any further part of this encounter. Saran Damson is on. Moremi is on. Talentum Barter also makes way then from the midfield. So looking to start the second half almost similarly to how they started the first, and that's to not concede anything, and that's pretty close to conceding with bravery from William Hooney in front of Sekafata Mabasa. And Mabasa is a man not ready to be trifled with. Every right to go for a ball that drops in between defenders and the goalkeeper from the 29-year-old Sekafata Mabasa. Just 1 goal for him this season. Coach Bongani Maseko looking a little bit perplexed.
When they need an outlet, they don't find one.
Good ball again from Lipizzo, and there's a great opportunity if the ball had found the target. Nobody out of
Rocky, as we look at the chance earlier on that Moremi cut inside, and Denson just tried to clip and find a player that at the furthest post. We always say that if a run is made, one player goes to the near post, the other one the middle. That's why the ball went over his head.
4th corner of the match, near post header! It's gone and taken a deflection and gone in. Mabasa scores for Orlando Pirates. Finally, the home fans, well, it's not really the home fans, because this is a home match for Diodi. And Orlando Pirates have an opportunity to celebrate just 8 minutes into the second half.
And that's one aspect that we've enjoyed seeing from Orlando Pirates, that the set piece have become so crucial for them that they can be able to utilize it. Look at one thing that we can spot from Mabasa, the run that he freed himself from the defenders to create that goal-scoring opportunity with the header. But you can never take away nothing from the way the set piece was taken. This is one man you need in your team. No matter what happens, he's always there. You look at the set piece taken. First post, he frees himself by making 2-3 steps into the furthest post. Dion Hoto takes a perfect ball, and Huni, the goalkeeper, is beaten. But
I don't know the name that Mr. Lucky Mklate dropped into our combox today. William Shongwe, he's an absolute legend. Former Eswatini national team goalkeeper and one of our expert analysts on your World of
middle of the park.
And the beauty of the introduction of Moremi is that Loili can play a much more central role. Mabasa looking for a second goal, and that's how easy the game of football can be sometimes.
3 touches, back of the net.
Straight.
What a brilliant movement from the Orlando Pirates players. You know, just when we finished talking about it, the space is created in the middle of the park by the technical team, the coaches, and the 2-3 players we mentioned gets to the end of the ball. We will look at it right now, because that ball penetrated just in the middle from Apolis. We know him as a winger, but he tucks inside, receives the ball, find Mufokeng, we know him as a left winger, tucks inside, find Mabasa, and you know, the rest is history. That man can hit the back of the net at any given moment, and you look at it. There it is, there we just look at the end product, and he kept his onside position, making sure that he stays with the last line of defense, and then one touch allows him to cut in. Apolis gets it to Mfuke. Mfuke lifts up his head, find Mabasa. Mabasa, one thing he does, gets away from the defender's shoulder, gives him a little bit of free space, and tucks it third post.
But the run was intelligent as well, because Mabasa didn't try and angle himself in front of Loili.
Yeah.
He left himself wide, he left himself that opportunity, and the angle was there between the two centre.
What about the first touch, Rocky?
No, well, unbelievable. So substitutions coming in here, as we'll have the introduction of Kamela Cherema, really, who's going to take this. Now surely Hotto's got to strike it. He does. The wall's done beautifully. And although the ball does pop out to Apolis, it's a little bit wild and woolly from the former Polokwane City man.
One thing I love seeing from that wall is they didn't get disturbed by Orlando Pirates, and I always preach it, is what is said at halftime after the analysis of first half. After the analyzing the first half, what you do at the technical inside the dressing room, we see it in the second half. And what Pirates did during the halftime, as we see Mabaso turn, you know, distributing the ball to the back, to the goalkeeper, they end up in trouble like that.
Oswin Apollos does exactly what you're talking about now. He needs to release the ball quickly. Not a bad option, I don't think. If Mabasa can stay on side, there was a deflection. And good defending again by the skipper of the DOD side, Mapala. 5 minutes of stoppage time away from full time. Huni remonstrating with his defense. Oh, that was careless.
Very careless. And you look at Apolis, you know, taking time on to play, you know, no pressure on him. Moremi on the left-hand side.
Bit of space and time available for Apolis! 3-0.
We did say that Orlando Pirates, once they can go wide, they become so dangerous with those crosses. I mean, the 2 substitutes, let me give you a little bit of history right there. In this final, Apolis set up the substitute Moremi to score the first goal. In this encounter, the biggest tournament in Africa, Moremi sets up Apolis to hit the back of the net. And those 2 players, they are wingers. But you look at Apolis, where he started his run. You look at them, where the fans are so pleased with the performance of the new signings. I'm also pleased. I mean, this boy has done so much. We know him from Polokwane City in the domestic league. He deserves this opportunity. Look where it breaks. Moremi breaks on the left-hand side, gets his head up. Apolis coming in, and he does the most